What is up, everybody? This is your man Dre Mac coming to you again with another episode of the Dre Mac Show. I literally just got finished with the Mandalorian episode 6 of season 3, episode 6. What's going on, bro? My brother, Super Six Shot, is in the house. Um, man, uh, I can't wait to talk about this. Okay, I'm going to let you know with spoilers ahead. If you have, ooh, good God, that does not. That's chilly. It was good chili though. Uh, if you don't want to be spoiled, if you haven't watched it, just go ahead and exit now. Go ahead, get out. If you ain't watched it, if you want to discuss this with me, stick around. I'm going to talk about it. It is I'm not gonna lie. I think this is the most that I've got a little joy and hilarity. That's all I'm gonna say. You know what I mean? I really enjoyed this episode. I really enjoyed it. Like for real, enjoyed this episode. And I literally just got finished with it. So I want to go ahead and talk about it with you guys and go ahead and get this thing cracking. I'm super. Yeah, y'all know what it is. The real question is, are you ready? All right. Let me see. Let me go. Cause I just seen your hold up. I just seen your comment. Oh, what's up with the TV in the back, homie? No, Trevor, no DBZ. Can I get an episode of Good Time? All right. No, I decided not to turn it off just to see if I could get more of light in the back. I'm playing with the way my settings are in the camera because I learned a lot just reading over different things about this camera and about lighting and stuff like that. Matter of fact, I need to adjust. I'm glad you said something because I need to adjust the way it is. And for what I understand, if it starts pulling from a light source, it's trying to focus. Like I set this thing up and I'm trying to get this thing right. That's right. So I try to set this camera up so it's not pulling from all kinds of different light sources and stuff like that, especially bright light sources, because it will focus on that particular light source. So I wanted to focus on this little funny looking dude right here. You know what I mean? I want him to focus more on me. You know what I mean? So no, that's the reason why there's no Transformers, no Dragon Ball, there's no nothing, no episode of Good Times, no nothing. Because I'm still playing with a lot of the features on this. So give me just a second here. Hopefully people coming in, or if you're watching this on the replay, I hope you guys are happy. I hope everything is going well with you guys. You know what I mean? I hope work is good, all of that. You know what I mean? I hope just your day is more pleasant today than it was yesterday. Let me see if I can. So, if you are not watching The Mandalorian right now, I think you're missing out. And the only reason why I say that, and I'm doing a little something on my phone here. I'm getting my overlay together because I literally just got through watching the episode. I believe if you're not watching The Mandalorian right now, you are completely missing out. And the only reason why I say that is that there's so much. Did this just shift? Yeah, it did. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. Just making sure that this camera's straight. But it's so much that the Mandalorian is doing right now. I spelled that completely wrong. Uh that the Mandalorian is doing right now. They're setting up future projects. And yesterday I was talking to Tim Talk. If you go to his channel, it's at Tim Talk. I'm trying to get it as straight as possible. Go to at Tim Talk. He did a reaction to the Mandalorian as the show was going on. Um I spoke on this on his show last night, and because he just was like, "Hey, just come on and just talk." So I took a break. I was on my break at work, and I was like, "Let me just chime in with dude and let me and Tim talk, kind of have that conversation." So I had a conversation about Star Wars with him, and he's a big Star Wars fan. Now, I would say when it comes to Star Wars, I am not a I will say I'm a fan of Star Wars, but I'm not hardcore. I know everything about the lore. I could just tell you all what the battle droids are, what the different species. I can't do that, and I'm not about to sit up here front and be like, "Oh yeah, I be knowing, who this is and who that is." Nah, I'd be surprised with the rest of y'all. But like, I didn't know who that was. You know what I mean? That's just how I am. A I'm a casual viewer, but I'm a casual viewer in the tone of I like good stories. I've been a fan of Star Wars since The Empire Strikes Back, and I literally remember as a kid when Empire Strikes Back came on television, came on regular TV, it came on CBS. I would never when Star Wars came on, it did Star Wars Empire Strikes Back. Came on CBS when I was a little kid. I think I was in the kindergarten. I still remember watching that with my uncle. You ought to say my Uncle Bradley, man. Shout out to my Uncle Bradley for sitting there and introducing me to this, even though I'm, all of, 5, 6 years old, I still remember that to this day. And me, watching that with him, liking the Ewoks on its Star Wars Empire, Return of the Jedi. And me, liking the Ewoks, as a little kid, the Ewoks was, cute and all of that, you know what I'm saying, and doing that little thing and stuff like that. You know, I was just a fan, and I was happy, with just being a casual fan, man, not like really into the books and all of that. Man, I don't know anything about the books. I'm not sit up here and go lie like, oh yeah, I'll be reading the comics. I don't. But what I do like is I like the media, and I'm one of those media fans that watch the shows, that watch the movies and stuff like that, and that's where I became a fan. And what this show has done is brought back a lot of my fandom. And I'm gonna tell you the reason why I'm saying this is that the fandom that you have when you are fresh into anything, you just gotta like it. It's like we get, and maybe this is me being old, but I remember when you just like something because you liked it. You know what I mean? It wasn't all these super critiques when it comes to our media that we like. And I'm going to use Kendrick Lamar when he said, "Well, shit, he's a fan. Are you still a fan?" And I know everybody was pissed off at the Disney acquisition of Star Wars. People were pissed off because, oh, Star Wars is ruining. I mean, Disney is ruining my Star Wars, and why Disney did this, and Kathleen Kennedy don't know what she's doing, and they hired this person, they hired that person, and this stuff sucks, and this and the other. I get it, especially if you're invested into into Star Wars. There's a couple things that, yeah, if you're talking about storybook wise, yeah, I would agree with you. Blues House is in the house. What's going on, man? What is up, my brother? So I do get it. I completely understand. At the same time, have you just sat back and just sat and be like, man, I'm going to turn my critical brain off, because all of us now are movie critics. That's what we are now. All of us now are movie critics. We're YouTube movie critics. We get on, we get on our platforms, whether it's YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, you know what I'm saying, TikTok, whatever it is that you produce this content. we become the critics of this. And sometimes you could be more detrimental than you could be helpful by criticizing every single small, minute details. Me and my brother, who's on here, Super Six Shot, my brother Rico. You know, I was like I said, I'm an original trilogy guy, right? Star Wars, Empire, Return of the Jedi. You know what I mean? Because I came from that generation where that was cool. So my brother was like, yo, you need to go back and watch the prequels. Stop playing. Now that Disney Plus, and this is, and I'm not gonna lie to you, this is when Disney Plus first dropped, right? Pre-pandemic. So he was like, man, if you are, watching this stuff, I'm telling you, bro, go back and watch the prequels, and you're gonna understand a lot of the motives of Darth Vader, of the Empire, or the Republic. You're gonna start getting a lot of the nuances that you probably didn't really get from a lot of the other just watching all of this stuff, and then you kind of casually watch Rebels or Clone Wars. Go back and just watch it. So I went back and I binged it. We're on our group, The Legend of the Petty Nerds. You know what I'm saying? Let me get to some of these comments. Now this Mando is riding, cuz the latest episode was good. Man, the latest episode was awesome. Awesome. Yeah, you gotta take the critic hack off and just enjoy it. I'm learning to do this. And D Stizzle, what is going on, my brother? What is up? Top of the morning to you guys. Top of the morning to ya. Oh man. So yes, very solid episode. He said that is what I said, the politics of Star Wars. So me and my brother was like, yo, go back, watch the prequels. You will understand. It's a lot of nuances. You'll actually start seeing who are the real villains and who are, like, me and my brother, like, I swear to God, me and my brother sat and talked and was like, yo, after watching kind of the prequels, the Jedi Order is just as bad as the Republic. It's just the other side of the coin. And they created Darth Vader way before Palpatine even got to him. They kind of created their own Frankenstein monster. Palpatine was just sitting there in the way. Come to me, my my Sith Lord, Darth Vader. Man, and they created that. So I went back and with an open mind, and this is what Blues House just said. I'm gonna put this back up because this is very important of what he just said. I took the critic hat off, like, man, and we all have to get out of this. Man, that's stupid. This is stupid. That's dumb. Because we don't understand, because we're not thinking logically. We're thinking emotionally. When you're critiquing something, you could do it in a logical way and you could do it in an emotional way. A lot of times we do it in an emotional way because we don't have the patience. We're sitting around because we have lived through a microwave society, literally, and I'm gonna be real, since the 2000s. Us 80s babies and 70s babies, we knew how it was to go do things where it wasn't microwave. You have to wait for the meal to get there. You have to wait for grandma to make that cornbread. You know what I'm saying? Them greens. I'm getting hungry again. You know what I mean? Getting hungry again. But so we had to learn how to be patient. And a lot of times we live in a microwave society where everybody just they think they know it all, and they don't want to enjoy just the simplest things that we are enjoying. So when I went back and watched the prequels, I took off the critic hat because I had a problem with Jar Jar Binks, and I'm not the only one that had a problem with Jar Jar. I took that off. I took everything that I was thinking and just sat back and enjoyed it. And there's things I enjoyed about, you know what I'm saying, episode 1. There's things that I enjoyed on episode 2. Episode 3 is probably the best Star Wars movie ever. I don't care what nobody said. I'm an Empire guy. That one right there, though, Revenge of the Sith. Oh my God, Clone Wars is good too. Clone Wars, but man, oh my God. Revenge of the Sith is probably the best Star Wars movie and story ever, because we've seen the progression, and this was the crescendo. And that's what I'm talking about patience. We have to be patient when we're watching these movies, whether it's Star Wars, Marvel, DC, IDW, because I'm just throwing Transformers out there, because I was one of them ones that was like, man, that's dumb, that's stupid. Why does Optimus Prime had a jetpack? He didn't had no jetpack in my time. He just took off flying. And then I had to look and was like, yo, there's other media out there that they took inspiration to. I gotta chill. You know what I'm saying? Unless it comes to recast T'Challa, but that's a whole totally different story. Yeah, and yes, Clone Wars was definitely enhanced. Man, Clone Wars, Rebels. There's other stuff. You know what I'm saying? That was awesome, but we were too impatient. And then a lot of us fans, again, Marvel fans, Star Wars fans, DC fans, we've seen this with Snyder Cut. We've seen this with a lot of different things. We take it personally when they don't do what I think they should do. You know what I'm saying? Of course, did I really like it? And I'm always bringing this up. No, I don't like the story of Black Panther Wakanda Forever, but it's because the way that they treated the character, it has nothing to do with the actual film itself. Because you take away the names, it's an excellent film. You take away the story of Black Panther, it's actually a really good film. You know what I mean? And they can always do what Star Wars did and fill in these gaps. And that's what the Mandalorian is doing right now. They're filling in a lot of gaps that, technically are going to make the sequel trilogy even better. You know what I mean? And that's what we have to be patient about. You know what I mean? So let me get to some of these comments. Prequels were always solid to me. Yes, the prequels was the most definitely solid. Clone Wars definitely enhanced the PT, the prequel trilogy. But no, Empire Strikes Back is the best. Man, I don't know. I really truly believe Revenge of the Sith first of all, Revenge of the Sith is heartbreaking. If you really think about it as a story arc, the crescendo to the story arc, to me, Revenge of the Sith is so heartbreaking because all Anakin wanted to do was be a normal dude with his girl. And he felt like he was a leader. And all they literally had to do was give him the keys. That's it, man. What does it matter? Let him be a Jedi Master. What does it matter? Man. He said Revenge of I'm gonna get to that comment because I just seen it. Yeah. I'm saying because I and I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to that. Robots in disguise, Armada, Energized, Cybertron, etc. A lot of Transformer media. Yes. The prequel trilogy brought Star Wars back to the mainstream, gave us the cinema material like the Old Republic era. Exactly. Revenge of the Sith over Empire Strikes Back. We'll talk later, bro. And the reason why I'm saying it, I'm coming from a story arc. I'm coming from where we see Anakin from episode 1 to Clone Wars to especially really I'm taking from Clone Wars to Revenge of the Sith and see how really the Jedi Order is literally. Now what makes Empire dope and still top for me as far as Star Wars movies, because the bad guys won, and we've really never seen that in media up until Empire Strikes Back. The bad guys won. We seen this with Endgame. You know what I'm saying? Where the bad guy won. Star Wars did that first, where Darth Vader and them, they won. You know what I mean? Which is mind blowing at that time. That was revolutionary. Like, damn, I can make a movie where the bad guy wins. Oh my God. I'm talking about is I resonate with Anakin Skywalker because I feeling, dog, I just really want to be a normal dude. I could be a Jedi Master. I'm not trying to overstep my boundaries, but dude, let me just do that. And they treated it, they kept giving them the runaround, and it made it easy for Palpatine to come in and be like, yo, you know, they ain't treating you right. I can give you some of this dark side. You know what I'm saying? You can be able to bring your girl back with the dark side, right? I'm just saying. However, Revenge of the Sith is visually stunning. The first sequel, dude, it's still, there's no movie that I've watched in America, because my kung fu Chinese films do this all the time, where dude could come in with a sword, in this case, a lightsaber, and kill children, and I'm sitting there like, I can't believe he did that. Order 66, and they still talking about Order 66 in this story. That's why I'm saying Revenge of the Sith, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. It's because I'm gonna put it to you like this, and I'm put it to you like this, and I'm gonna get to the actual the Mandalorian episode. But I want to say it like this: the first time I watched that, my mouth dropped when I seen Revenge of the Sith, and it was heartbreaking because really Obi-Wan really, you know what I mean? Like, if you really think about it, Obi was so hurt, but he even knew he knew deep down inside the Jedi Order did him wrong. Like for real, like the Jedi Order did him wrong. So it was a surprise, even though they're trying to make it seem like, well, he was being impatient, he was being this, he was being that. What does it matter and that's what pissed me off, because Obi literally sat there on the high ground and said, you were supposed to be the chosen one. Well, if I was so chosen, why you didn't make me a Jedi Master? I'm just saying. So let me see. ESB is one of my OT favorites. Revenge of the Sith is my okay. I get what you're saying. I get original trilogy. Yeah, Empire Strikes Back, original trilogy, most definitely number one out of all of the movies. Even the beginning of Star, because the beginning of Star Wars is gangster. Is super gangster. Seeing just Darth Vader, the way he moved in the whole first scene of Star Wars, dope. Not the first scene, but the scene of him in it, in the music, nothing better than that. But Revenge of the Sith, more personal, because I grew up with the character, but now we're seeing him how he got there, and I felt him. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it has a soft spot with me on there. And you right, Blues. I said, he's like, so you tired of all, you know what I'm saying? You going to the Jedi Order and they ain't making you masters? Come to the dark side. Palpatine did Anakin like should just don't try to run. If you tired of the Jedi dancing all in the videos, oh man, this was, and again, to me, like I said, if you really go back and watch the prequels, I'm not saying that the original trilogy. Now, I think we're starting to fix a lot of things from the original trilogy. I think they're doing that in the Mandalorian right now. Even though that this was, I don't think this is the right overlay, but even though that they had a side quest on this one, because this is most definitely the filler episode of side quest. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna lie, I had so much fun with this episode. Let's get to the episode. For one, Lizzo, the cameo itself. The cameo itself. So first of all, my girl Sasha Banks is back. And anytime I can see Sasha Banks on film, I'm a happy man. So it was good to see Sasha Banks in the Death Watch back on. Let me read your comment real quick. It said, the first time I seen Revenge of the Sith in theaters, it was cool, but realizing that the Anakin versus Obi-Wan Mustafar duel I've been hearing about since childhood was about to go down made the experience surreal. And is I'm telling you, I now mind you, I seen the prequels when Disney Plus first dropped. My mouth dropped because I never seen the prequels before. I just was like, oh man, they said it was stupid. I ain't gonna watch it. Following everybody else. And I'm so incredibly glad that I didn't do that. Cause I went for it. You know what I'm saying? Because I trust my brother. He said, you go watch it. And I said, yes, I will. You know what I'm saying? This is the way. You know what I mean? So yeah, Revenge of the Sith is just good from start to finish. I'm sorry. To me, it's good from the beginning to the end. It is heartbreaking. It's just heartbreaking to me. So let's talk about this. So no, before I get into this too, I am going to go see Super Mario, the Super Mario Brothers movie. So I will have a out of the theater reaction. It's probably gonna pop up on the Reel. It's gonna be on the Reel on Instagram, but it's gonna be also on YouTube Shorts. So I will do a YouTube short on it. You know what I'm saying? Not very long, just my immediate thoughts, what I thought about it. Was it good? Was it not good? You know what I'm saying? Did I have fun? Did I not have fun? That, so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to talk about that later on today, but I am going to go see it tonight. You know what I mean? So yeah, but D Sizzle, to answer your question, yes, I literally just seen it about 3 years ago. And that's because everybody kept telling me that it sucked. And I was listening to everybody else instead of listen to my brother, because I trust my brother, you know what I mean? And just listen to myself, but like, let me check it out for myself and listen to everybody else. That's why I said, even when I do an out of reaction video to a movie that I'm watching, don't just take my word for it, unless it's Morbius. But even some people enjoy Morbius. So, you know what I mean? So just go and experience it for yourself and just have fun. Just Morbius made me have fun in like a old people playing checkers type of way. And it made me sleepy. But anyway, let's get to this. First of all, cameos. First of all, you had Lizzo and Jack Black. First of all, as soon as I heard Jack Black's voice, I got excited. I'm a huge Jack Black fan. Huge Jack Black. I think Jack Black is one of the most underrated character actors in the history of Hollywood. He is so charismatic. He is so funny. He has that distinctive voice. He will be King Koopa in the Super Mario Brothers movie. You know what I mean? It's just, he was amazing. Amazing. Then you had Lizzo as his wife. You know what I'm saying? Christopher Lloyd. First of all, Jack Black is Star Wars. Lizzo is Star Wars. Christopher Lloyd is now canon. His character is canon in Star Wars. Sasha Banks, Mercedes Fernando. Yes, sir. Old Sasha, aka Mercedes. I knew old girl was coming back. Yeah. And with this episode, what I liked about this episode, for one, it was a palate cleanser. And what I mean by that is just a fun episode. First of all, you got the Death Watch. They're basically merch for hire. And then when I seen the Star Destroyer, I was like, yeah, first of all, I thought it was Moff Gideon. I'm like, did Moff Gideon come through with a Star Destroyer? Like, he broke out of prison and got a Star Destroyer? Yo, what is going on? But it ended up being, I can't think of the guy's name, but it ended up being Death Watch. So Death Watch is, you know what I'm saying? He mercs for hire, using a lot of the Imperial ships, getting the Calamari Prince out of there because he fell in love with old girl. That was the captain of that ship, and he didn't want to go. But hey, you gotta go back home, buddy. You know, I know you're in love, but yeah, gotta go. So we got that, and then we cut, and we got this mission to Epcot. And I am telling y'all the truth. You cannot tell me that where they went to on that planet was not Epcot Center. They went to Epcot. And I was like, great Scott. Yeah, man, dude, first of all, hearing Jack Black's voice, I was so happy. So I'm like, oh my god, one of the best character actors in the history, one of the best character actors in the history of Hollywood to me. The dude has not let me down. He kicked a dog in Anchorman, and I cry every time I see that. I roll, and he'd be like, "That's how I roll." Kick the man's dog off the bridge. Baxter. Oh god, Baxter. Oh man. So to see Jack Black in an episode of Star Wars, in any media of Star Wars, was dope. You know what I'm saying? Followed by Lizzo. Very surprised to see Lizzo and Jack Black in this episode. And, you know, and they're basically saying that we got runaway droids and this is what's going on with whatever. So the side quest was find out how did the droids become I just said it. Lord, I'm thinking too much. Jeez. How did they get deprogrammed and back to their, because these are all the battle droids from the Clone Wars. And even Bo-Katan says, she was like, I haven't seen these since the Clone Wars. Like, and then Din Djarin was like, I have. Trust me, I don't trust no droids. You're a little racist towards the droids. You know what I'm saying? Got me a little vibe. All he had to do was say, I mean, you know, the way he was acting. He needed 1.21 gigawatts to power all those droids. My man was up there giving them some of that juice, some of that coded juice. And so they basically just go out and try to find out what's going on, and they go on their side quest to investigate why are the droids that have been reprogrammed, recommissioned from the Clone Wars, why are they rebellion? Why are they doing this? And it was cool. It was cool for them to go into like that droid bar and see all of the droids there, because honestly, I do wonder, like, you know, do the droids go kick it? I've always wondered that, just because the way that R2D2 and whatchamacallit roll, CP3O, the way they roll all the time. And if you look at that scene when they're in the bar, there's a literally kind of like the bar's version of R2D2 and 3PO, except the 3PO is like a dope, like bluish color, and the R2D2 I think was black. And I think because they were all rebel droids, that's the reason why he was black, which is, I'm not gonna lie, I'll get a toy of that if they had an all black R2 or R2D2. You know what I'm saying? I'll buy that mug. You know what I mean? So they're just trying to find out what's going on. Why are these droids that was decommissioned or reprogrammed? Why are they going against their new programming and running amok? And they hark back to episode 1 of the Mandalorian when they went to go when he had the I can't think of his name either, but he had the little guy that was with him who actually helped him out. I know he ended up dying in I think it was episode 2, I believe, or episode 3, but he was helping him out on there, and he said, I have spoken, which was the first lines that we heard before This Is the Way. It was I have spoken. So he knew them and was able to talk to the other guys who are famous for building droids. You know what I mean? They're famous for their craftsman work and hard work. So he and they're chopping it up with them, spoke to them, find out all the information that they need, go out, find out that the droids is getting a little bit of this juice, found out Christopher Lloyd's character is the one that's doing it, and he name drops Count Dooku. That's what I'm like, they're pulling out all of it. And honestly, Christopher Lloyd's character in himself is old enough for him to remember Count Dooku. So I thought that was dope. They found out what was going on. You know what I'm saying? Din Djarin was over there kicking droids. And Bo-Katan was like, man, what are you doing? That's talk. Let's be diplomatic. He want to kick droids. My man, stop kicking these. I told you the one who was going to be the rebellious one. You know what I mean? And that led to an interesting little scene or whatever. So they got right to the bottom of what happened. You know what I'm saying? You know, arrested Christopher Lloyd's character. He goes on a planet, on a moon by himself, and everybody like, oh my god, you know what I'm saying? They knight Grogu. You know what I'm saying? It was funny because it's not funny, but it is kind of funny. The Lizzo had them snacks. That's not. Lizzo had the snacks, and I know Grogu was looking at him like, "Yo, I want one of them. I want one of them snacks." And he was like, "Hey, you don't play well with others." And he flipped over there and got them snacks. So yeah, the droids did kill Dinjarin's parents in the Clone Wars. I got, you know what I'm saying? I get it. I get it. He do not play about droids. He do not care. You know what I'm saying? The battle droids, yeah, he do not care. You know what I'm saying? And he showed his hatred. You know what I'm saying? Hate, 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 hate. I wish, matter of fact, I'm gonna have to do that as a clip. You know what I'm saying? Every time we got somebody hating, hate, 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 hate. So yeah. So they finally get to the bottom of this. He goes over to a moon. Then they go and talk to the other people from Death Watch. And Bo-Katan is actually challenges. I can't think of the brother's name. Challenge him for the right to bring everybody's back. She's trying to unite Mandalore. That's what she's trying to do. And it was I forgot that was a loophole. It was a loophole. So if you go back, I believe, to episode 4, where Din Djarin where he went and to cleanse himself when they went to Mandalore, cleanse himself in Mandalore. He did get captured and he did get disabled from the he didn't have the Darksaber, and Bo-Katan did defeat the person. It was like a battle droid-esque mutant thing. It was cool as shit. It was super cool, but you know what I mean. She did defeat him and saved Din Djarin, so he used that as a loophole to give back that Darksaber. That was awesome. I'm not gonna lie, because she did defeat dude or whatever, and it was like, you have to have the Darksaber. You have to take it from the person who got it. So he was like, technically, she did defeat the person that defeated me when I got captured, and the Darksaber was laying on the ground because I couldn't grab it or whatever, you know. And she helped me. She defeated that. She defeated that entity that defeated him. So loophole. She is now in this. This actually was I like this better. The reason why I like this better is because you don't have to have the inner fighting between Mando and Bo-Katan to see who gets the Darksaber, because he probably would have yielded. It wouldn't have been a fair fight. He would have yielded anyway. Number two, he found a loophole, and this goes back to Rebels when she had, was it Clone Wars? I think it was Clone Wars when she first got the Darksaber and held it up. That harkened back to that in its full circle, because remember, they always said that she didn't earn it. Technically, she did earn it this time. No matter the loophole that they could put around it, the parameters, she did earn it this time. She cleansed herself in Mandalore. She defeated the monster that captured Din Djarin. You know what I mean? And she needed to get the Darksaber back. And then it will be her revenge to go ahead and defeat Moff Gideon, because he's coming back to get, it wasn't Rebels. It was in Rebels, not Clone Wars. It was in Rebels. You're right. You know what I'm saying? You're right. It's about time that they settled the Darksaber mess. He couldn't wield it anyway. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm glad Lizzo didn't play a stripper or a dancer. It was I ain't gonna lie. It was just funny because she had them snacks. And I was like, why they gonna give Lizzo them snacks? You know what I mean? Out of anything, but they was kicking it. They was kicking it at Epcot because it looked like Epcot Center. I was just wondering what Captain Neo, was it Captain EO? You know what I'm saying? Was gonna play on the TV. And if you don't know what Captain EO is, man, I think y'all need to go and YouTube that. They don't play that at Epcot anymore because Michael Jackson, that's been gone. But yes, go and watch it. But anyway, I completely enjoyed this episode. It was a palate cleanse. It was something that was a little different. It was most definitely a side quest mission, and it was super duper fun to see the cameos and all that. Sabine gave the Darksaber, gave Bo the Darksaber, and they said that she didn't earn it. So let me ask you guys a question. You can put it in the comment section. Do you think she actually earned the Darksaber this time? If you go back and watch that episode, and I believe it is episode 4, or yeah, the episode where she goes and in Bazin in Mandalore, she did see the mythosaur. She did defeat the monster that they got Din. So I believe she earned it. But what do you guys think? Do you think she earned it? Make sure you put it in the comment section. Tell me what you thought about this episode. I love the cameos. Christopher Lloyd, seeing him, is a treasure. You know what I mean? Because he's up in age. And when you got treasures like that, man, we need to treasure them as much as we possibly can, especially the people who have we grown up with. You know what I'm saying? Like a Christopher Lloyd, because of all the characters he had played over the years. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. So, man, I'm just cherishing them while we got them. Just like when I heard for the final time in Obi-Wan Kenobi, hearing Darth Vader's voice and knowing Jesus Christ, I need to stop working at night and doing these early morning videos. Jesus Christ. James Earl Jones is not going to be around forever. So I am going to enjoy it as much as I possibly can. So do you think this show ties in to a lot of the things that they introduced in the Bad Batch? Do you think this show is going to tie in to the sequel trilogies? Make sure you pop it in the comment section, man. Make sure, again, that you give this video a thumbs up. Everybody in here, make sure you thumbs up. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up so we can push you through the algorithm. I would like to make sure that this channel grows. Let's get this channel growing, y'all. We're doing this early morning thing, and eventually it's not going to be early mornings. You know what I'm saying? I might switch to before I go to work. You never know. You know what I mean?
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that up, B.
You heard him. I got to wrap it up. But again, tell me what you guys think. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. Make sure to hit the bell notification so you never miss one of my videos. Make sure, to hit me up on my social medias, man. And I will post a video, social medias on there. Make sure to hit me up on social media. I appreciate everybody who comes in and who has been riding with me on this journey. My journey is to 2,000 subscribers. So we ain't there yet. You at 17, like 478. You know what I mean? Yeah, they're tied into the Ahsoka series because it drops later on this year. Yes, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? But I do appreciate everybody who rocks with me, who comes in, and chats with me on this stuff, man. I geek out, and I love geeking out with you guys, man. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you guys. As soon as I hit 2,000 subscribers, I'm giving away a $100 gift card. I'm telling you this for real. I'm giving you guys a $100 gift card. We'll do a random drawing. You know what I mean? And, that's what it's going to be. So hopefully one of you guys who've been rocking with me for a long time can be able to get that. But again, man, I appreciate you guys for rocking with me. Again, you want to hit me up, hit me on the social medias. But got to get out of here. Peace and vibe higher. Enjoy Star Wars. This is the way. I have spoken. If you came to this portion of the video, thank you so very much for sticking around for the entirety of the video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell notification so you never miss one of my videos. And if you want to get a little more personal with me, hit me up on my Instagram, hit me up on Twitter, or any of the social medias that you see below you. Until next time, I'll holler at you guys later. Peace and vibe higher.